The Global Climate Action Summit is a summit spearheaded by the Governor of California, Mike Bloomberg, and a few other high-level sponsors to pull together particularly non-state actors committing to the global climate challenge and helping accelerate the commitments of the Paris Agreement. So corporations, cities, states, provinces, Indigenous peoples, what can we all be doing around climate change to do our part to help accelerate action? And at the summit, we have a particular angle focusing on one of the 5 streams, land and ocean stewardship, where we're really going to be promoting our work on intact forests, on carbon and red sales that we have going on in both Madagascar and Cambodia, as well as our work on protected areas and importantly, the role that Indigenous peoples play in stewarding about 1/3 of the world's intact forests. And so we're focusing on that stream, the land and ocean stewardship stream, and really trying to raise the profile of the important conservation work that we're doing and the benefit that that work plays for the climate and the planet. We focus primarily on intact forests. These are primarily one of the major last bastions of wildlife and intact ecosystems on planet Earth. And it happens to be that these places also form incredible sinks for carbon. They play a huge role in what we call negative emissions on an annual basis of pulling carbon out of the air. And there's really 5 great intact forests, 2 in the boreal in Canada and Russia, and 3 in the tropics in Southeast Asia, Congo, and the Amazon. And these are really the hearts, the planet's lungs for climate. There's really 3 cornerstones of action on the ground that we take, expanding and improving the management of protected areas, looking at better and smarter infrastructure that avoids those intact cores. But really the 3rd piece is the indigenous stewardship component. As we now know, 1/3 of the world's intact forests, over 4 million square kilometers, are under the stewardship of Indigenous peoples. And this is an area that's really been under-prioritized by the global finance community and by governments around the world. So it's an area that we as civil society can really help move forward and progress and try to promote some of the great successes we've had in the past at a larger scale. That'll be a really big focus of us at the summit, is telling some of these success stories we've had in the field. It's really important to think about what's going to happen at the end of this summit. So we're at this midpoint between when Paris was signed and 2020, where the next level of commitments will be made. The real big goal of the summit is to try to inject some more energy, enthusiasm, bigger financial commitments, particularly from philanthropy and other non-governmental actors, but also from government actors to try to accelerate the pace of change. Because as we know, to reach the 2-degree target, we're going to have to do more and more. And the way the Paris Agreement is set up is every 5 years we'll be tracking how to do that faster and asking for new commitments to governments.